I never thought betrayal would come knocking at my door wrapped in the face of the woman I loved. For 8 years, Rachel and I built a life together. Quiet mornings with coffee, shared dreams of a home filled with children, late-night talks about the future. I thought we were unshakable. But sometimes, the ground gives way not with an earthquake, but with the subtle shifting of fault lines you don't see until it's too late. It started with little changes. Her phone, once casually left on the counter, was now glued to her hand. Her laughter came more easily when she was texting than when she was sitting across from me at dinner. She worked late, came home smelling faintly of cologne that wasn't mine, and brushed it off with excuses that sounded rehearsed. Deep down I knew. But denial is a powerful drug. One night, I asked her outright, my voice heavy with dread. "Are you seeing someone else?" Her eyes widened, lips parted, but instead of a lie, she said nothing. Silence, my answer. And then finally a whisper. "His name is Michael." Michael. A coworker, someone I'd met once at a company party. A man who shook my hand with a smile, all the while stealing the woman who had promised me forever. The night she left, she packed quickly, avoiding my gaze. "I'm sorry, Daniel," she said, her voice shaking. "But I can't help how I feel." She told me Michael made her feel alive, that with him, everything was exciting and new. I stood there, numb, watching her walk out with the suitcase we had once taken on our honeymoon. The weeks that followed were a blur of emptiness. Friends tried to comfort me, telling me she'd regret it, that no one builds happiness on betrayal. But I didn't care about revenge. I just wanted to stop feeling the hollow ache of losing the woman I thought would never leave. Then 3 months later the call came. It was Rachel. Her voice was cracked, fragile, a shadow of the confidence she had carried when she walked out. "Daniel," she whispered. "He left me." I sat in silence, the weight of her words settling over me. She explained through sobs how Michael had promised her everything, love, adventure, a future together, only to disappear once the novelty wore off. He had met someone else, someone younger, and left her with nothing but broken promises and a rent she couldn't afford. "I made a mistake," she cried. "The biggest mistake of my life." Her words should have brought me satisfaction. This was the justice everyone had told me would come, that she would pay for betraying me. But as I listened, I felt no triumph, only a strange emptiness. The woman who had destroyed my trust was now destroyed herself, abandoned by the very man she had thrown our life away for. When she asked if she could come back, I closed my eyes. Images of her walking out the door replayed in my mind, the suitcase in her hand, the way she had chosen him without hesitation. I thought of the nights I had spent alone, the pain of her betrayal gnawing at me. "No, Rachel," I said softly but firmly. "You made your choice, and now I've made mine." She broke into sobs, begging, apologizing, but I stayed strong, because I finally understood. Love cannot grow in the soil of betrayal, and forgiveness cannot erase the scars she carved into my heart. That night, I slept soundly for the first time in months. Not because I was glad she suffered, but because I knew I was finally free. She had betrayed me for another man, only to be abandoned by him in the end. And while she was left with nothing but regret, I was left with something far greater: the strength to move forward without her.